Now in distribution system. Electric power distribution is final stage in delivery of electric power, and it carries electricity from transmission system to individual consumers. In general, the distribution system is electrical system between the substation fed by the transmission system and the consumer meter. Distribution substation connects transmission system and to medium voltage ranging between 2 kV and 35 kV. Distribution system consists of mainly three lines, and that three lines are feeder, distributor and service main. I will explain all these three terms in detail in coming slides. But before explaining all these three terms individually, let me explain you what the main, what is the thing, what the term is stands for. What is feeder, what is distributor, and what is service main. So in this figure you can see a generating substation, and that is S. So from this generating substation, a wire that is SM and a wire that is SO is coming out. So the line that is directly connected to generating station is called feeder, and the branches coming out from the feeder, and that is in this figure you can see MPO and MNO are distributors. So basically the branch that is further come from the feeder is called distributor. Now again the distributor is, now the branch coming out from distributor is called service main. So these service mains are connected to our houses. Now I am going to explain the first term, and that is feeder. So a feeder is a conductor that connects the substations to the area where power is to be distributed. Feeder are used to feed the electric power from the generating substation to substation. So you can see in this second point, that is feeder is used to feed the electric power from the generating substation to the substation. No tapping are taken from the feeder. Since there is no tapping in the feeder, so current remains same throughout the feeder. Main consideration in design of feeder is current carrying capacity. Now distributor. A distributor is conductors which are taken from pole mounted transformer to the consumer. The current through a distributor is not constant because tapping are taken at various places along its length. While making distributor, voltage drop is main consideration. Now service main. Service main is generally a small cable which connects the distributor to the consumer's meter. The connecting link between the distributor and the consumer terminal. Now coming to classification of distribution system. So distribution system is classified on the basis of types of current, and that is AC distribution system and DC distribution system. It is classified also on the basis of types of construction, and that is overhead system and underground system. Distribution system is also classified on the basis of types of services like general lighting and power, industrial power, railway and airport. Now again, distribution system is classified also on the basis of number of wires, 2-wire system, 3-wire system and 4-wire system. Distribution system also divided on the basis of a scheme of connection, and that is radial distribution system, ring or loop distribution system, or interconnected distribution system. So coming to the first distribution system, and that is AC distribution system. So AC distribution system is the electrical system between a step-down substation, fade-wise transmission system and the consumer user. Now, this AC distribution system is again classified into two further distribution, and that is primary distribution system and secondary distribution system. Now, coming to primary distribution system. This system handles voltage which are somewhat higher than general utilization and large block of electrical energy than the average low voltage consumer uses. The most commonly used primary voltage are 11 kilovolt, 6.6 kilovolt, 3.3 kilovolt. Now, power is supplied to various substations for distribution or big consumer at this voltage. This forms the high voltage distribution or primary distribution. I will explain this using picture in next slide. So in this slide you can see the picture which depicts that primary distribution system. Now this primary distribution system is basically the voltage or the voltage that is stepped down from the substation, and these are basically the system which include the big consumer or the consumer who require high voltage like 11 kV, 3.3 kV, 6.6 kV like this. Now coming to secondary distribution system. It is that part of AC distribution system which include the range of voltage at which the ultimate consumer utilizes the electrical energy delivered to him. The secondary distribution implies 400 or 230 volt, 3-phase, 4-wire system, and the voltage between any two phases is 400 volt and between any phase and neutral is 230 volt. In this picture, you can easily understand the secondary AC distribution system. Now in this picture you can see the 4-wire system. In this you can see phase R, phase Y, phase B and neutral. So basically R stands for red, Y stands for yellow and B stands for blue. So these three phases are live phase, and in the bottom line that is neutral phase. So basically this is what we consume every day. So a normal house consumes any phase wire and a neutral wire. So you can see in this picture that house 1, house 2 and house 3 have taken one phase and one neutral from the coming line. And in factory you might have heard about 3-phase motors. So you can think like that in factory there is requirement of 3-phase motor. So you can see the factory uses 3-phase and a neutral wire. Now coming to DC distribution. DC supply is required for operation of variable speed machinery, for electrochemical work, for congested areas which store battery reserve are necessary. Now this DC distribution system is classified into two categories, that is 2-wire DC distribution and 3-wire DC distribution. Now coming to 2-wire DC distribution. As the name implies, this system of distribution consists of 2 wires. One is outgoing or positive and other is return or negative. The load are connected parallel between 2 wires. This system is never used for transmission purposes due to low efficiency, but may be implied for distribution of DC power. So in second point, one notable point, that is every load that is connected to this distribution system are connected in parallel in order to decrease the resistance. In this picture, in bottom, you can see there are 3 loads, that is L, and M. So you can see all the three loads are connected in parallel. Now coming to three-wire distribution system. So it consists of two outer and a middle or neutral wire which is earthed at substation. The voltage between outer is twice the voltage between either outer and neutral wire. Advantage. It has a big advantage of this system, and that is it makes us available of two voltage, and that is one voltage between outer and neutral and a two times that voltage between the two outer. Now coming to the a scheme of connection. So first a scheme of connection is radial distribution. So in this distribution, separate feeder radiate from a single substation and feed the distributor at only one end. Now in this scheme of connection, only one path is connected between each consumer and substation. Now electric power flows along a single path. Now if between any path any interruption occurs, then there is complete loss of power to the consumer. It is cheap and can be planned easily. Now I will explain this connection using figure in next slide. So in this slide you can see a power substation is situated in the middle of left side, and now from this a feeder A is coming out, and now this feeder A is further connected to four houses, and now you can easily see that from any one house you will have only one path between the house and the power station. So basically if any interruption occur between any path, any place, then the whole electricity will cut down to the houses. Now coming to next system, and that is ring main distribution. It consists of two or more paths between power sources and the consumer. So basically this is a ring distribution system, and in this system there is not a single path between a house and a power station. There are two or more paths between power source and the consumer. The loop circuit starts from substation, loop through the area to be served, and return to the substation. Now the big advantage of this system is that we can place switches in a strategic location. The utility can supply to consumer from either direction. Now I will explain this. Now in this picture you can see ring main distribution system. So here you can see a substation and a feeder is coming out, and after the feeder a loop is created, and that is A, B, C, D. Now at point A feeder is connected to each houses. Now if suppose a line between feeder and point A is cut, then the current will come from point B, C, D, and then again up to A. So there are two ways to come to the substation from each consumer. Now coming to the next scheme of connection and interconnected distribution. When the feeder ring is energized by two or more than two substations, then it is called interconnected system. It is supplied by number of feeders. Radial primary feeder can be tapped off from the interconnecting tie feeder. It can also serve directly from the substation. The big advantage of this system is its reliability. Any area, fed from one generating station during peak load hours can be fed from other generating stations. This increases efficiency of the system. Now I will explain this scheme in next slide using figures. In this picture you can see interconnected distribution. So if any fault occur between any consumer and substation, then the consumer will have an alternate option to get electricity. So this is very advantage for the consumer to be connected. So thank you.